Hey all, JTC here, and today I wanted to rant a little bit about how I believe Back 4 Blood and its balance is flawed from the very core, and how Vermintide actually has much better balance for the type of game it is. Now, normally I wouldn't compare Back 4 Blood and Vermintide too much, or I try to avoid comparing them, but I believe they're very comparable in this case, because if you think about it, PvE compared to PvP is a much more casual experience, because that's just how PvE games are. That's not to say that there's no such thing as competitive PvE games or hardcore PvE games. They do exist, like the Stalker series or GTFO, but the thing about those kinds of games is that they are specifically marketed as such. They are marketed as a hardcore PvE experience that is going to be difficult, and the people that are buying them know what they're getting into. However, Back 4 Blood was not marketed as such, and people who bought the game, me included, were caught off guard by how difficult the game is, and were having a very rough time with it, and were not enjoying it as much as they could have been. Now, Turtle Rock decided to go back and change and nerf a few things and make the game easier overall. However, that just goes to piss off both the casual and the competitive players, because the casual players have already had their experience ruined and they're already leaving the game en masse. But now the competitive players are saying, oh, Turtle Rock listened to the baby ragers and the complainers and the casual noobs, and now I don't want to deal with this game's too easy. And another way to look at it is like this. In order for a non-competitive game to actually succeed, it needs to have good quick play, because that's where most of the gameplay comes from. I would argue that Vermintide has most of its gameplay through quick play, and Back 4 Blood's quick play does not do it justice, because Back 4 Blood's quick play is terrible. You cannot expect cohesion, teamwork, and communication that Back 4 Blood expects in a quick play. It's just not possible. And because of that, the game suffers, and I think that's going to be the death of the game. I thought microtransactions were going to be the death of the game, but no, it's the actual balance of the game, because they're balancing it for a competitive standpoint when it should be balanced for a casual standpoint. In my opinion, perfect PvE balance would be that the core game and the core game mechanics are balanced around a casual level, yet there are optional things that you can do, or optional modes that you can play that offer no extra benefit or no extra rewards, but are there just for the sake of difficulty for those who want to challenge themselves. And Vermintide is a perfect example of that. Vermintide has 5 different difficulties to play, 4 base and 1 DLC. That 1 DLC, Cataclysm, offers no additional rewards and is there just for the challenge. If you want to farm for reds, you can play Champion or Legend, which are far, far easier. And if at any point you decide that some kind of difficulty is too difficult for you, you can just drop the difficulty and go to something lower. Now, let's say that you have gotten all the reds and you're bored and nothing challenges you anymore. You can turn on Twitch mode, which is another thing that offers no additional benefits but is there just for the challenge. Or you could turn on deeds and you could have some fun deeds to play, which are more challenging, and they do offer a better reward, but they're optional challenging content. Or if you're completely bored and you're a masochist and you want to suffer, go into Modded Realm and play C3 D1s or C3 D1s Plush or just Deathwish or just Onslaught. Vermintide has so many options for competitive players to do what they want, which is why there's an actual competitive hardcore community in this game, even though most people in this game are more casual than competitive. Back 4 Blood does not have that. It's just competitive or nothing, and that's why the game is struggling so much. Also, if you just really think about it, Back 4 Blood only has 3 difficulties. Recruit, Veteran, and Nightmare. And before the change, the difficulties were basically GG Easy Baby Mode, RNG Fest, or Masochistly Ball-Crushingly Difficult. And I don't know. I stayed up last night until 3 a.m. playing Back 4 Blood on Nightmare Quick Play, and it was one of the most miserable experiences I've ever done, and I just wanted to rant about it. Yeah, bye.